dinner, which will take place December the 16th at 2 p.m. and that will be right here at the Recreation Center. And I think we all need to thank Miss Patricia and Mr. Sean for their service on City Council. They have done an excellent job. They will be sorely missed from my standpoint and hopefully everybody else's. But thank you very much for your service. We appreciate it. Okay, approval of minutes. That would be from the regular meeting, November the 12th, 2018.
Motion to approve the minutes of meeting November 12th, 2018.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approval of department reports.
I'll make the motion.
I second that.
All in favor? Opposed? Approval to pay bills as presented.
I'll make that motion. Second.
All in favor? Opposed? All right, let's move on to business. Number one, first off, let's mention Miss Virgie Castle. She is retiring on us. 29 years of service. She's been through, including me, 5 different mayors. She has represented this city extremely well, and she will be more than sorely missed. So Miss Virgie Castle is retiring. So if any of you see her on the street, please thank her for her devoted service to this city. And even though she's not here, I still want to give her a big round of applause. Now, with that said, council, I would like to appoint Mrs. Robin Perry as your city clerk, and I will need your approval on that. Do we need to do that a roll call or just get the motion second?
You can vote, or you can do a roll call, or would be best.
Do I do the roll call or does our new clerk do it?
You probably need to do it on this one.
Who, me?
You don't need a motion. Robin, I'm sure you can do it.
We don't need a motion, just do a roll call vote.
Right, right. Yeah, it's,
Just do a roll call vote.
mayor's nominated Robin Perry for clerk, consent by council.
Coach Van Hoos,
Yes.
Coach Belcher,
Yes.
Miss Patricia,
Yes.
Mr. Sean,
Yes.
Mr. Tim Hall.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Now, with that said, I've got to swear her in, and I asked her if she wanted me to read the whole thing, and just her say that I swear or I do. She said I do before. So, she said she would rather me do that.
You can affirm.
Affirm, I affirm. Okay, Ms. Robbins, stand up, raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of this Commonwealth and the Constitution of the United States, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as I continue a citizen thereof, and that I will faithfully execute, to the best of my ability, the office of city clerk according to law. And I do further solemnly swear or affirm that since the adoption of the present Constitution, I, being a citizen of this United States, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state, nor out of it, nor have I sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapon, nor have I acted as a second in carrying the challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offended. So help me God. Next one on the agenda, we are going to table, that is the oath of office for newly elected officials. I will take care of that personally, so we will table that if I can get a motion in a second.
Make a motion to table it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 3, appointment of Paintsville Tourism Commission member. And Mr. Josh Johnson would like to appoint Adam Priest. Josh, would you care to stand up and let the council know about Mr. Priest?
Most of you know Adam. He's from the radio station. He does 94.7. The reason I really like Adam is he is very supportive of the whole community. He shows up to all the community events. He supports us. He helps us. He does things above and beyond the call of duty, even without being asked to. And I really feel like he'd be a good asset for tourism. So that's why I want Mr. Adam.
Is he filling the vacancy or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's mayor's pick. Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we accept Adam Priest.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Next item on the agenda, most of you council members, what we want to do is to convey some property to Paintsville Independent School System. That is the property at the park and playground down the right field line where there's a little elevated area where the parents park to watch baseball games. There's a little piece of property there that runs back to the tree line and comes back around, which will adjoin the baseball field, which I think when I was on council, we went ahead and gave them
I thought so too.
that property anyway. But anyway, I would like for us to vote on the possibility of conveying that property to Paintsville Independent School System with the assumption that the city will be at no cost for any type of fees.
And I was assured of that by our superintendent that they would incur.
My understanding is they're in the process of getting a survey done of the property that they want to have conveyed, and we can look at the description and do a deed conveying that survey description and go from there. So at this point, it's just,
So do we need to vote on it?
just
Jeff?
vote on this item of, considering the conveyance subject to the final description and the final deeds. It's not done yet, so we'll come back with the deeds and say, here it is. There'll be a plat showing exactly what it is.
Do we need to?
I'm still confused whether we need to make a motion and vote on it, or,
Well,
It's like
yeah, it would
we're
be voting on the.
voting on it to
allowing them
consider it.
proceed, yeah, proceed.
okay, well, I make a motion that we convey this, intend to convey this property to the Paintsville City School System.
I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? Approval of Reuben and Hayes as bond counsel and David Blankenship as local counsel. And Mr. Pack, do you want to explain to them what this simply is?
This relates to the Powell Addition Sewer Project, which is funded by Rural Development, USDA. And these are just requirements. We appoint these people to do this. That's who we've worked with on prior projects. It's done well.
You're not here to want us to spend your money?
Not yet.
I'll make that motion.
Yeah, second that.
All in favor? Opposed? The next one, also from utilities, is approval to apply for interim financing through the Kentucky Rural Water Finance Corporation.
Now you are.
There it goes.
I've actually already approved to spend this money. This is funded by Rural Development, but there's interim financing required during the project so we can pay the contractors. And this program is tailored for the Rural Development projects. End up paying a little less than 2.5% interest. It's a good program.
It's your money.
It's our money.
Yeah, I mean, utilities money, I didn't mean that to look.
I guess I make a motion to authorize the Paintsville Utilities to apply for this financing through Kentucky Rural Water Finance Corporation.
I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? We have a proposed amendment to the ordinance of the Recreation Commission. And Mr. Baldwin will briefly go over that for you. I think there's only maybe two changes.
This is the amendment to the ordinance regarding the Recreation Commission. The first section changes the members. Currently, it's 8-member commission. This changes it to 5. 5 members appointed by the mayor with approval of city council, 4 of whom shall be residents of the city, and the 5th member shall be a current board member or representative of Paintsville Little League. Previously, there was 8 members, one of which was the Paintsville Little League president. All commissioners shall serve 2-year terms, none of that changes. Adoption of rules and bylaws. The commission shall adopt rules and bylaws for time, place of meeting, and shall conduct meetings. Previously, it said 4 commissioners shall constitute a quorum, which had to change that to 3 commissioners, given that the total number of commissioners has changed to 5. And the commission shall establish a schedule of regular meetings and shall meet at least quarterly. That wasn't in there previously. The next section, the recreation director. The recreation director, previously it provided that the commission shall have the power to employ and discharge. In my opinion, that's in violation of Kentucky law. All city employees are employees of the city to be employed and discharged by the executive authority, which is the mayor. So we change that to say the recreation director may only be employed or discharged by the mayor in accordance with Kentucky law. The commission may at any time make recommendations to the mayor regarding employment of the recreation director. The duties, the recreation commission shall advise the mayor, city council, and recreation director on matters related to development, maintenance, and operation of parks, playgrounds, recreation centers, recreation programs, and facilities, and recommend rules and regulations, fee schedules, policies, and procedures governing the operation and maintenance of city parks and recreation facilities. And then the monthly reporting commission shall be, should be periodic reports rather than monthly reports. And also provides that the commission shall make periodic reports to the city council covering the income and operating expenses for the recreational facilities and recommend to council for approval all works of improvement or repair involving expenditures of $3,000 or more. The commission shall offer recommendations regarding the annual budget for the recreation department.
And on this first reading, we just need a motion and a second, right?
Correct.
I guess my first,
Go ahead.
I guess my first question was, what was the onus of these changes?
I would say on the first one, it's becoming extremely difficult to get enough people to serve.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Mr. Hale, would you like to answer?
It's just basically to make the rec board more efficient. You know, I didn't see a need for 8 board
Okay.
members. It was hard to get them to come, scheduling time for all of them to be here, et cetera. So really, it's just for me and the recreation department to be more efficient. That way we can do better. You know, it's been a struggle, so it's just a way to try to make things better. That's all it is.
Well, I do think, I will say this, while Shoes is standing up there, I think he's done an excellent job as recreational director and the facilities, you know. Hopefully in the future, of course I'll be gone, but hopefully in the future that we can, you know, expand upon our, you know, recreation facilities.
I think he and his staff have done a great job
Yeah.
too, Sean. You know, especially for what they've got to.
Yeah, what they have to
got
work with.
And the budget they have to work with and all that. I think
agree.
they've done an excellent job.
He has and they have.
Every department has.
I do too.
I mean,
I think
So
we've
do
got
we
good
just need a-
departments.
Jeff, do we just need a motion or a first reading, or what do we
We
need?
just need a motion and a second for the first reading.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve these proposed changes to the Recreation Commission.
Second.
Okay. And the last item of business is municipal order. No, we have to add a little something on, Ms. Clerk. Gotcha. Number 8, municipal order regarding surplus property. Now, this was the property at Dr. Cous's, correct?
Right. The council had previously voted to advertise for sale. This is just a municipal order setting forth the requirements of statute that it's determined to be surplus property. And it provides a little bit better description as best as we could from the deed. This sets forth that that property was purchased by the city, or acquired by the city as part of the urban renewal project, and all the property around it was conveyed, you're left with this one little piece, and now the city wants to convey that, so in order to advertise it for bid, to sell, you have to make this determination surplus property, that's what it is. And it says that it will be sold by sealed bids as previously approved by the county. The property that adjoins Dr. Creasy's office, that he did
There on Main Street on the.
Dr.
Where
Creasy's
the
been
where the
leasing
park's
it.
at?
Yeah.
Where the park or the swinging bridge side?
No, the
No,
other side.
on the other side.
Okay. No, right with it.
So we need a motion and a second.
And vote on this municipal.
So it looks like, at least on this map here, that's going from that side, where like you said, that parking lot is, all the way down the bank there.
Yeah, it is. And it goes back toward, Bristlebuck Manor.
Okay,
Goes back that way.
Okay. Well, I make a motion, we declare this as city surplus property.
I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? And then we've got one other item we need to take care of here. We need to open sealed bids on what, Miss Regina?
For a generator to be installed at the Paintsville Utilities Administration Building.
Okay.
Is this something we already approved?
Oh, yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay, I don't even remember.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We had to go back and, well, first we went through environmental and all, the whole process, and we got it approved, and then we realized we wanted to make some changes to the scope of work to benefit the installation.
Uh-huh.
So we had to send all that back through FEMA for environmental approval. And that's about an 8 to 9 month process, evidently.
Okay.
So,
Well, my memory doesn't go back to that far.
okay, but yeah, so we're just, gonna open these
Okay.
bids.
Remember, yes.
Looks like to me that's the same thing.
Yeah, they're supposed to send you multiple copies.
All right, this is, from Wayne Power Systems. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, they're one of the companies that picked up a packet.
And their bid is $55,669.
How big of a generator is this?
So,
Well, that's what it says here.
it's a big generator.
55,000 what?
Well, you have to remember,
Right.
the generator will also have to be on an elevated structure. There's a
So it's the whole
transfer switch,
process,
there's
yeah.
electrical
Yeah.
installation, there's there's a whole lot to it, as you probably well know, a whole lot to it.
40 kW.
40? It's 40,000 watts.
Yeah,
Okay, you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, you all writing this down, 55,669.
And that was Wayne Supply?
Wayne Power Systems, Wayne Supply Company.
Okay.
So
I kind of tore that little packet up a little bit, didn't I?
That's true.
There we go.
All
right. This one here is from Tim Branham, Kentucky Electrical Contractor Incorporated. And the price on this one is $72,500. Here's your little holder back.
You need to review these bids to make sure they comply with specs.
Yeah, we have a whole.
So your vote will be subject to it.
What we'd like to do is just, we would like to take Bob Pack and I, whoever else from the staff that wants to review them, we'll review them and make sure that they meet all of these specifications that were in the
Okay,
packet.
let's hold up with that
Jeff was asking.
and get this last bid in, okay?
Okay.
All right, this one is from Fannon's Plumbing Company Incorporated, and that total is $70,500. Okay, now you can explain to you that check.
So, because when you, I'll show you, this is the bid packet. You can see that it's pretty extensive. It has a lot of specifications. So what we always do, we've had multiple projects, generator projects for the city, and what we would like to do is take those packets back, and Bob Pack and whoever else that you want to use at your staff, maybe Rick, we can go through those packets and make sure, even though we have a low bidder, we want to make sure that it meets all of the specifications. Because the last thing we want to do is make an award and then realize we can't finish the project. So we'll do that, and we'll come back at the next council meeting, and we will let you know if the lowest bidder met the, all the specifications.
So in other words, if that 55,000 bid doesn't meet the specifications, you may have to go up to the 70,000 bid.
Now, what you can do if you want, Mayor, you can approve it contingent upon meeting all of the conditions. Or you can
No,
wait till we come back.
I know. I would rather
Okay.
you view
Okay,
the forms, and then
Yeah.
we'll vote on it next council meeting.
okay, that sounds great then.
Thank you, baby, for your
All
time.
right, so, we'll come back at your next meeting, and Bob and I will have a recommendation based on it meeting the specifications. And if you all wanna see any of those, just let us know, and we'll get the packets to you if you wanna see them.
I wouldn't know what I was looking at.
Tim would.
I would.
All right, I'm gonna open it up to council at this time. Anything?
Yeah, I do have one thing. I would like to commend our police chief. I brought something to his attention, and he took swift action and took care of it, and the problem was taken care of in a very timely manner. And I do appreciate that, Mr. Rowe. Thank you so much. Great job done.
Again, on the street lights, I mean, not street lights, but Christmas lights, street department, and again, they were out Sunday, snow, working hard to get the roads cleared.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kudos out again to them.
Give them a round of applause. Yeah, I thought before those Christmas lights actually got put up when they did, I thought Miss Linda down at the high school was gonna shoot me. She likes her Christmas decoration. She likes her Christmas decoration. Anything else from council? To the floor, anything from the floor? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, my last motion, I make a motion to adjourn.
And Miss Patricia's gonna second. All in favor? Opposed? We stand adjourned.
Everybody.